One riff that we had at the time that he said, yeah, that will make a good tune, you know, that will make a good song. He said, if you can get someone to sing on this. It just happened that this is one that I was playing bass on. Boom was on guitar, Phil was on drums, Mike was on piano. And it was very much a walking bass line, which became the basis.
Andy Soikert said, well, you know, perhaps you can try singing it yourselves, or I can get a singer in. And he got in, I think he got in somebody to do a kind of demo vocal. And we listened to it and we hated it.
And this was our band. I'm getting some Herbert to come in and take all the glory.
And so Mark said, you know, I kind of, you know, wrote most of the melody, I'll have a go at singing. And so he did. And it sounded good.
And that became Love Meeting Love, which Andy Soikert put out on his Elite Records label. And it seemed to really kick in. A bigger break came for us when we recorded Love Games for Polydor. And this was one where I was now starting to use the thumb. And that riff sort of was very... That became a thing that became famous for us, because it was the thumb seemed to be in, and the fact that I was singing it again. It just seemed sort of quite different. And I think that the Brit funk movement, as it was now being known, found that they had a champion band, and it got us a shot on Top of the Pops, and it was all really exciting at the time. By 1985, we'd sort of reached a point where we did sit down. I can remember it sort of early in '85, and we said that, you know, we're going to do another album. We really need to try and break this pattern that we're in of releasing a record, selling, say, 60,000 albums, having one sort of minor hit on the record, and then just sort of touring here and touring in sort of local Europe. We needed to have a big hit single, so we came up with Something About You. We only had the 2 singles off the World Machine album, but because we were on a very good roll with writing, we came up with Lessons in Love, which was going to be from the next album, the Running in the Family album. And we were never here when the record was sort of a hit. I can remember getting sort of calls from the manager, Crockford, saying, guys, #3 this week. I said, God, this is amazing. You know, the next week, I stayed at #3, what about it? You know, and then the week after that, no, it's still